one nose, N-O-S-E, and two nostrils. So it's one nose. So that's DC number 3464, Israel, Zion 0, Israel, Zion 0. And the reason for this is because they all equal to 64, which is 24 and 10 equaling to 34. 2 and 4 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. And this one is the addition and the multiplication. The addition is here. The multiplication creates 80. So since 80 is no movement, what will we call that? What will we call this number? Is it a 9? Do I put a hook for a 6? Or is it together as one area as 8? Well, the answer is 6. The 0 in the alphabet equals 6. Okay, but here the 0 in the alphabet equals 1. 6 plus 4 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 6 times 4, 24. 2 plus 4 equals 6. It's 1 in between 6. That is my seventh gate. So there is one nose, N-O, and it's 0.1415, the beginning of pi. This is 29, 6, 5. This is all the numbers to begin pi. So every time I start with here, it starts with communication, okay, in the division of Mars through the E world. In French, it becomes ES is mostly plural female, to where S is male, to where you add on E to female. So you add on S or you add on ES to the ends of words. Why? What's going on? So this is 24, it's a gateway. This is 19, this is AI. The cycle runs in between 2 and 8, the bee heaven, beehive. This is B and D. You notice the pregnancy goes forward. If I extend this, it becomes the B. When I turn it backwards, it becomes the D, and it's also what I call the, is it the right-handed triangle? Right? And the left-handed triangle would be the B. When I bring both what is D and B together, if I want to have this continuation, right? Creating C. This is my vision. This is the way I see it. So when we go to nose, we go to nostril. Rail, trail. When these two come together, they're talking about a moon. If we're going to talk about two nostrils, we're going to talk about two moons. We're going to talk about Mars. This is talking about a division or a separation. This is talking about altered currents. When 134 equals 12 and 7, to where 652 equals to 10 and 7. Here is your first 36. And what's ironic is that 3 and 4 is 7. And what is 2 and 5 is 7. $86, 77. Over here, did I get that right? Yes, 77. Over here, 116, but we're going to use this as 26, the queen, purple, the game, the card. Okay, and we're going to use it as, let me see how I brought that together. Right, 77, 7 and 7. Here I brought together 21, 26. Right, I got 26 both times. How do we get this? 3 and 4. 3 times, sorry, let's not do it that way. Which way should we do this? 22, okay, this is going to be 30 and 11. This one is going to be 0 and 6. 17 is the Q gate to creation. Mars, 90-degree angle, 51 over 90. Multiply it by 3 to bring everything to a form, to a triangular form, your first 360. Over here, this one is going to equal to 40 and 13 equaling to 53. This one equals to 41. This one equals to basic 6. This one equals to 8 and 6 equaling to 14. So nostril, right? So yeah, so we come back to here, our two nostrils, and we look at the deck of cards, right? What happens is we got to do it for, wow, how come I'm not finding any of the cards? See the way the queen is looking that way? See her hair, the way it looks like rainbows? The king is pointed that way. His hair is curly. D and B, 6, and inverted 6. Instead of flipping it upside down, they put it on the other side. Just call it 9. 6 and 9. The Mayan artway. The wave from one world to the next. It waves. And if you can see, when these are like this, right, a little indentation, right, like a triangular, it means distance. I'm not sure if you can see it in the art, but it's distance. It's going forward. It's going beyond. Look at one of them at a time. See the 45-degree angle? You see the flat cap? This is telling me about Mars. This is telling me about Earth. Anything on an angle is going to meet at a point, right? I can't, you see, it has to meet over here. It doesn't mean that it's not doing this, right? But because it's on this angle, the only way Mars can come into Earth is if it runs this angle or this angle. Only Earth runs this way. Earth has a separation. It's showing me the separation, no point. And if you notice, it's wearing the crown of Mars. It's also a hexagon, but when you finish that hexagon, okay, it ends up to be Mars, and it offsets. See the way it's offset in the card? Here it's a little offset in the card. Do you think it's done on purpose? We have to offset because of this area over here. So it's either the dot here or the dot here. Mars only splits either this way or on a singular dot, like that, over here. So if I should run this, we're going to meet right here on this eye, on the crown. If I'm not going to do it on this, if I run it on this, I need to run 45 degrees. I'm going to run it on that side of the crown. Almost looks like the raccoon. I'm still trying to understand this era. You know, see the crown over here? Well, this, where is it? This crown over here? Well, we can do the same thing. I can do one or two. I never know which one to do. But anyways, I can do that. And then we can do it again. Right? If you want, we can do that also. Okay? But we also can finish this off like this. And then you have this point over here. Here are 45-degree angles here, plus, plus, minus, plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 1 is in the center, 5 and 3. Where the third one, it's 2, 2, and 2, and the third one comes in. We're on this side or this side. We can talk about the total, but you can only be here or there. You're either on base or you're out. There's still more discussion to go on, and then you can see the same thing for the jack. So if you continue the jack, right, and then we run this way with the jack, this is what happens with the jack. Okay, and then you have these three areas over here. I always looked at this as a mask that the jack can put on. J is the 11th card in the deck, but it is the 10th letter. The queen is the 12th card in the deck, but the 17th letter, 29, 21, 29. Birth. Jack runs the cycle. Jack in the box. Things you say with Jack. I was doing also a thing on A, B, C, D, E. You have A, B, C, D, E, okay, equals to 15. Then you have what is F equals to 21. You have A, B, C, D, E. You have A, B, C, D equaling to 10. So you have J, O, U. And then you have E itself Jus, which means a cheek. It can also mean to play. Also, when you count to F, you add the egg. It says a J egg. Ouf in French. Another thing I wanted to speak about is shifting the alphabet to where A goes in the 6th position, B goes in the 7th position, H goes in the, I'm sorry, C goes in the 8th position, D goes in the 10th position. Okay, we're going to end off this video now. I reshuffled the alphabet over. I'm going to show you what this reshuffle is. So let's see if we can end this. Now, when we start off our basic 9 numbers, right, we have 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, N. Now, when we get to N, this is a repeat of F, 1 and 5, 6, 1 and 2, 3. So the end of everything is right here. But when we begin, we have to connect the first two sections together. It doesn't work without connecting 6. Okay, that's the first connection to 11. And it's the same thing when you play roulette. If you put one chip down, you're going to get 6 areas, right? So in getting 6 areas, it pays 6 to 1. If you take 3 areas, it's 11 to 1. 11 to 1 is not the beginning. The beginning begins at 6, and I move the alphabet to begin at 6. I'm just going to be finishing off with this. Then when I go 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 and 2, plus 3 is 6. Plus 4 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. Plus 5 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6. Plus 6 is 21, 2 and 1 is 3. And I continue on until I get here. I end up with this design. Crisscross the 3's together, crisscross the 3's together. I take the 6's together, even numbers, odd numbers. I bring 1 with 9, A and I goes together. It is the beginning of both sections. They're tied. Okay? This is going to be the core, ties. The 9th position plays in the center of all. 9 and 1 right over here. The 9th area and the 1st area, as there's 8 around. When we connect it, I end up with this design over here. I crisscrossed my 6's and I kept my 1's and 9's together. What does it say? Not 100% sure. I have to think about it. Is this the way I should be doing it? Is this the way? What will be the design that comes out with it? Should I be crisscrossing and connecting? Is it 88s that come together? Is this not 1 and 2 zeros under one arm? But to create the second arm, you see 9 ends over here. So I have to create my second block over here. So now if I flip this over, I'm going to end up with 4 blocks and it's going to be divided. So if I end up dividing this, like that, then I go ahead right? Is that the way it should have been divided? Should I bring that up just a little bit, right? So do that, do that, do that over here. And now we've mirrored it. So we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 6, 6, 3, 9, 9, 6, 6, 3, 3. So how should I be creating this design now? And at the same time, we have H and I inside of this. So I'm just trying to understand a little bit more of how this can work out. My second order is when I shuffled the alphabet, where I started A on number 6. Now I didn't want to use 2 digits, so I redid the alphabet. So here is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So when I get to 18, I'm over here with R. So when I shift the alphabet, M is now with R. So when I bring it out in numbers, this alphabet, what happens, okay, although this is 23, look at that, 13 and 23 come together. See, P16 comes at U3, but U is created from K. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 2 and 1, the 21st letter. T is now with O. So this is 2 and this is 6. Let me find 2 and 6. 2 and 6 is right over here. These are the mathematics that go with it. 1 and 6 creates 7, and 6 creates 4. This one creates 5. 6, 7. This one creates 8. This one will create 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Will create 4. 2, 2, 4, 8. This is your cycle of numbers when connecting to the star system math, which means multiply and addition by the numerics that go together. Everything repeats at 9 over here. Everything in numbers, okay, only repeats when it gets to, look at that, 9, it ends the full cycle. It starts over 10 and 11, but I have to complete the mirror of the cycle. So 9 ends it, and then I complete the mirror. 9 ends it over here. 9, the singular cycle before the star is made up, before the star is made up, we're going to take this here, okay, and we're going to put it here. So we're going to have 9, 2, 9, 11 is 2, 13 is 4. Then we have, what number is over here? Is it 7 and 2? It doesn't matter, it's 13. 1 and 5 is 6. And then 2 and 6 is 8. And then 3 and 7 is 10 is 1. Here it's 3. Here it's 5. And here it's 7. And if you take a good look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if you're connecting even numbers together, we're going to connect this like that. If we're connecting odd numbers, we're going to connect it like this. Looks like I'm just trying to think Lamed, L and Lamed. I'm just trying to see. It doesn't really matter what it is right now. Those are the mathematics. This is its formation. Now, second way to do the formation is to start adding them up in a row, but let's not do that. It's irrelevant to the fact that the last one is 5 and 9, creating Sun-Fox pass, 54 and 45. It's also communication, 104, 10, 4 communication. Sun 54, Fox 45. It is the average 666 F6015 X 24 666. 234 degree to 432, and 666 is a 90-degree angle. This is 666 on the top. On the bottom, it would be 8, 6, 4. 8 and 2 is 10, is 0 is 1, is 0, right? Carry the 1 is 0, is 9, the 90-degree angle. This 864 is your sun diameter. It's also the seconds in the day to the vibration of Earth through the Fox pass. The average is 5. This piece of design is the same as this one, except all I did is a straight connection. Here is 3, up to 9, back over to 3. Did I get this right? 5. This one is 6, this one is 6, this one is 6, this one is 6. So what is happening in this? What is happening? I have to understand what is going on. What is this artwork telling me? And if you notice, the X and the O is the form is with the O, but the skeleton is used with the X. And here we have a triangle. Here we have sort of a diamond. This is telling me about the queen. There was one other thing inside of here. Just give me a second. Okay, when I get to the last connection of the alphabet, right? A, X. See, I made a little mistake over here. This is X. This is Y. Z ends over here like zoo. And then A begins with V, AV. And then B, W. And then CX, we have sex. And then we have die. We have, by the way, sex, die. And then over here, we get easy. On number 31, we make it easy, altered current, into the last one. When we reformat the alphabet, right, the A goes in the 16th position. The L goes in the 17th position. And it's funny that the Queen, Q17, and the 12th card come together, the L letter. The King, right, is the 13th card. And in French, it's the 18th letter. King also reverts over here, 27 reverse alphabet. Then we have what we call the deadlock, connecting up the alphabet between M and N and O. Moon loop over here. So when we lock up the alphabet, we're locking it up between R and S, locking up the alphabet. 4, and 5. But it's king and queen locking up the alphabet, the communication, okay, through Mars and the spirit. Let's call the spirit the pirate, the internet, whichever way you want to look at it. So if you accept the spirit, at the same time, you're accepting the interference with the network. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I know this was a 20 minute video, and it seems like it's all over the place. There's so many little things to put together. So I'm resetting the alphabet that A, B, C, D, Z, Y, X, W, and V are with A, B, C, D, and that will create 27, 27, 27, 27, 135 matter and energy in the sun. Not with or without, but within. Thank you for watching this video.